Hey you guys, Amanda Brown, First American Title Insurance Company, doing a video on solar. Solar is super popular here in Southern California, especially San Diego. We have a lot of sun, so we are able to produce a lot of energy through those solar panels. So, a couple of ways that we see solar showing up on title. One is through the property taxes. That is the PACE, the HERO, the Y-Green, the ones that we absolutely love. Just kidding. But those ones increase the annual property tax amount. So depending on what your client got, it does not have to be solar. For those ones, we see re-roofs, new roofs, artificial turf, new windows, new doors kind of a thing. So if you go to your client's house and they let you know that they have an increased property tax amount, that they have a PACE or a HERO, or they're not really sure what they have, and you don't see solar, just let me know. Give me that address so I can check. I will check that tax roll to see if I can find an increased property tax amount with those PACE or HERO. So that is the first one. Second one we see is the owned solar. I personally have owned solar, but I financed it. So just because you own your solar doesn't mean that there's no financing. I have a UCC filing recorded on my house. It is a statement that basically states that is just notifying everybody that there is financing attached to the property other than the deed of trust, which is the loan. So UCC filings, if you see that recorded, that's an owned solar. For mine personally, I have to pay that off if I sell my house. So look at your client's contract. From what I know and what I have been seeing around through the last couple of years, when you own your solar and you have that UCC filing, it must be paid off by the seller. So again, look at the contract, talk to that financing company and see if there's any options. But that's personally for me, and that's what I've been seeing. For the last option, the power purchase agreement and the lease options, those solar panels are not owned by your client. They're basically borrowed. They are leased, they are placed on the property, and the solar panels that produce the energy, they're sold back to the client. So for those ones, a lot of those times, those could be passed on to the buyer. Again, let's check that contract, but those ones typically are passed on to the buyer in a seller's market, or vice versa. If it's a buyer's market, they're kind of being paid off by the seller, depending on the negotiation, depending on the market we are in. So those power purchase agreements and those leased options, those ones can be assumed by the buyer most of the time. Let's check that contract. And whenever you are dealing with solar and you do not see a contract recorded, you don't see a UCC recorded, that has been happening a lot lately. Let's get a contract from your client. Let's see that contract. I will help you. I'll do anything I can to help you, but we will need to see that contract so we can see what we're dealing with. If it could be assumed by the buyer, if it has to be paid off by the seller. But if you see solar on your client's house and I tell you we don't see anything recorded, ask your client to send you over a copy of that contract. My number is 619-820-2866. I would love to help you, so give me a call. Bye.